Coming to you from the Bob Studios, it's the History of Bad Ideas podcast with your host, Jason Brigger.
Hello, everybody. Episode number 13.
Ooh, our lucky number.
I hope it is.
Oh, it's definitely.
It has to be.
It's going to bring us great luck.
No technical issues this week.
All right.
That's what the goal is.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
I am Jason.
And I am Jeff.
If you haven't found that out yet. And like I said, this is going to be a little bit special episode. During the summer months, we may be doing this a little bit more with all the superhero movies coming out.
It's one of our favorite things, and probably part of the reason we decided to do this podcast, because we like to talk about this.
Yes, so this is not your typical format this week. We're going to do a little bit different. We're going to be talking about Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. If you have not seen the movie, that's okay.
We're throwing spoiler alert out right now.
Yes,
we'll talk about it.
There will be spoilers throughout this whole episode about Captain America. We'll give you a review. So I don't want you guys being disappointed and saying, "Oh, you ruined it for me." We warned you ahead. Just pause the show, go watch the movie, come back to us. Make sure you download us still, though.
Yeah. Keep downloading us.
So it's a little bit different this week. We're not going to do a top 5. A couple of the segments a little bit different. First thing, like I said, want to thank the Musings of the Geek, Dan and everybody over there. This is our second week on the network. Technically one, because we started it last Friday, so first week.
Yeah, we're still in the first week.
So they haven't kicked us off yet. Hopefully.
They love us.
Yes.
We love them. It's a happy family.
So thank you guys for letting us join you. And like I said, check us out on Musings of the Geek. They got tons of podcasts over there, including us and a lot of other ones. And so there you go. And then we're also on Twitter, Bad Ideas Podcast. We're on Facebook, History of Bad Ideas Podcast. Email, which is
The History of Bad Ideas at gmail.com.
And on Tumblr.
Tumblr, The History of Bad Ideas.
I don't understand Tumblr.
Yeah. You're not supposed to understand it.
Week number 6. Still don't know Tumblr. So, and like I said, also if you follow Musings Podcast on Twitter, we're all linked up to it too. And so there you go. So appreciate it, guys. Okay, first thing, like I said, it's Captain America 2, Winter Soldier week.
Woo!
Yay! It's been out a week. You've had plenty of time for spoilers, so here we go.
Yeah, we're spoiling it for you if you hadn't.
Starting right now. First thing is, you know what? Jeff, what did you think about the movie?
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it.
Favorite part?
My favorite part was, my favorite part of pretty much any superhero story is I love when different people on a team have to work together. They all have their own little parts to play. So that final battle where, Steve Rogers is doing one thing, Falcon is doing another thing, and it's a great battle. The fight scenes are primo.
Yes.
Yeah, and talking about the fight scenes, I thought the opening fight scene on the boat,
the
battleship. I mean, just showing Captain America and his fighting style, bouncing the shield all over. I mean, it's Captain America's throwing a shield. I mean, It was the coolest part of Captain America's when he throws shield.
When he throws his mighty shield.
Yes, all those who oppose his shield must yield.
Yes, and they yield it.
But my favorite part was the final battle when they're getting on the hover carriers,
the
helicarriers, and they have different parts they have to do. You have I forgot her name now.
Black Widow.
No, the Colby Smulders.
Maria Hill.
Maria Hill, kind of sitting centralized, telling everybody, syncing everybody up, and you got Steve getting on one, Falcon getting on another. You got
Black Widow
up in the with the directors or whatnot.
Back in S.H.I.E.L.D.
And so, I mean, just that's my favorite part of all movies, superhero movies, is when they got a plan and things have to work, and obviously things are going to be the bad guys are going to slow things down. That's their point. But yeah, that's my favorite part. Yours?
Okay. I love the opening scene on the battleship, like you talked about. I love how they put Barak,
the leaper, or whatever his name is.
I thought they played him great. in the comic book, he's so damn goofy.
Yeah.
He's got a pencil mustache. We can do French accents. That's about it.
I think the French will hate us for those accents, but
and we do have listeners in France, so apologize, guys. I thought that was pretty cool. You know what? That opening scene when he's Captain America's punching and kicking everybody, and it was extra force that the guys had. Like when he punches them, they go flying a little bit farther.
Yeah.
I think they did a little bit of that in the first Captain America, but not enough. And this one, it was pronounced like, okay, he really is a super soldier.
Oh, because that was getting me in the final battle where Winter Soldier is just punching the hell out of him with his like metal arm, and I'm like, dude, that's gotta hurt. How is he not dead? I'm like, oh, super soldier.
Yes.
I keep forgetting he's the super soldier.
And for the title Winter Soldier, I think he's in it, about 15 minutes?
I think it's a little more than that.
A little bit more.
But, well, he's the underlying current. You know, you don't have to see him to know that that's what the movie's about.
I liked Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan.
Woohoo, not Shaw.
Not Sebastian Shaw, as you
said last night, or about a week ago. Sorry, I don't even know what night it is. But anyway, so yes, I thought he did a great job. He did not annoy me like he did in the first one, so that was good.
Oh, he didn't annoy me in the first one.
I wasn't a huge fan of him.
But well, I mean,
he doesn't say anything in this one.
He's pretty much been tortured and brainwashed, and
yes.
He's gone through hell.
And one of the guys, I found this out. My other favorite part of the whole thing is the amount of Easter eggs in this show, in this movie. You can enjoy it without being a fan of, or without reading the comic books. If you have read the comic books and you know the backstory, it's unbelievable, the Easter eggs. I think if you go online after you see it, I think there's websites, there's articles devoted. I think there was at one point 25 Easter eggs that they saw, and they're still counting.
They're still counting. Yeah, that's. I got online like right after we saw it, and I'm like, man, they've already got all these up, not realizing, it's been released a couple weeks previous in foreign countries.
Yes.
So all the foreigners are spoiling it for all us Americans.
American.
Yeah, why would all the foreigners get Captain America first? We should get Captain America released first.
Well, a little fun fact here. When he meets Falcon, Falcon tells him to, what is it, the song that he tells him, Trouble Man, or...
Oh, yeah. Marvin Gaye, was it?
Yeah, Marvin Gaye. When he flips open his book to write it down.
Oh, I read that. Yeah,
in different countries, he has different things. Like in England, the Beatles, and it's basically a notepad of what Captain America wants to.
I read in Australia. It's like things I've never heard of.
Yes.
I'm like, what are you watching in Australia? So anybody in Australia listening, let us know what the heck is your pop culture, because I didn't get the references when I heard about some of the things on the Australian list.
So, like I said, those were my favorite things so far. I love the Easter eggs. Like I said, I thought Robert Redford did a great job.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in decades.
I've seen him. He just really hasn't.
He hasn't aged well.
No, he really hasn't. But, most people don't age well. I mean, he aged well for a long time.
Correct.
And then it caught up to him.
Yes.
And so I think we're just at the It Caught Up to Him series. And so, Robert Redford, he does a good job. So let's...
Okay. I was, again... Last warning, spoilers galore.
Spoilers, if we hadn't already spoiled enough.
Okay, spoilers galore. I actually thought Redford was going to be the Red Skull. I thought they were going to transfer his mind or whatever into him.
I didn't think they were going to do that.
The one surprise, Zola is in it.
Oh, that surprised you? That didn't surprise me.
I read that Toby Jones was signed. Toby Jones?
Toby Jones, yeah.
He was signed for it. I completely forgot about it. I did not expect him to be in that body yet. The robotic...
Well,
body.
he wasn't really he was in the computer. It wasn't in the movable body.
Correct.
But no, that didn't.
I was happy.
I was thrilled too.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, I figured he would be in it somehow, knowing that he has the robotic body thing in the comics, and that they didn't show in the first movie. Only hinted at during the when you first meet him. It's through the magnifying glass thing. But he's in, and that was great.
Crossbones is in it.
I didn't even pick up Crossbones. You were the one. That's Crossbones. I'm like, oh, okay. But
he did a hell of a job.
Oh, he did a great job. But I'll come clean. I was never a fan of Captain America in the comic books. Mm-hmm. For that matter, the big three Avengers, Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. I didn't like them for the most part. So when they were, I didn't read any of their solo books, and when they were the main guys in the Avengers, I was a little bored with it. I usually like all the minor characters, when Hawkeye is leading, or Wasp, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Hank
I
Pym.
like them. Hank Pym. Yeah, he's give or take because.
When he's not beating his wife.
Different writers just have so many different takes for him. I think he's lost all original personality, and he's whatever they need the story to advance is what his character does.
I like when he's the Yellow Jacket. I love Yellow Jacket.
And I liked him as Yellow Jacket. I didn't really like him as Giant Man that much, but then Yellow Jacket, that's when he was in his insane crazy part.
Yeah.
And then it turned out for like years, I don't even remember when it was, he was actually a Skrull in disguise. So, we're getting away from Captain America, so let's get back into Captain America.
Captain America. America. Speak of not aging well, what the hell happened to Gary Shandling?
Oh, well, he looked awful in awful. Take a drink.
Take a drink.
He looked awful in the Iron Man movie, Iron Man 2. He was in or whatnot.
He does not look.
Oh no! And I was a fan of Gary It's Gary Shandling show.
I don't know what happened to him.
No, yeah. It looks like he tried to. He had to have had plastic surgery.
He had to, right?
Because that's just not getting old.
He has no neck.
I'm talking his eyes and...
He looks like the Gungans from Star Wars Episode 1.
I've got no neck, so I can't fault someone for that.
No, he has no... He looks like the Gungan from Star Wars Episode 1, the prequel, the main guy that gives them
Boss Nass?
Yeah, the orb at the end.
Why do I know his name? I hate the Gungans.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the prequels. Did they make 3 other ones?
Oh, yeah, you're the one who brought it up, so shut up.
I don't remember that. Are you an angel?
Shut up.
Sorry. No, Captain America, like I said, they hinted at so many things. Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they dropped the Doctor Strange hint, so I suppose they are... Well, everyone's saying, oh, that means they're going to make the movie now. I'm like, that's not a guarantee.
Well...
I think they will make the movie. The plans probably will be that the movie will be out.
And the News of the Geek, I do have that Kevin Feige did say it's coming.
I think it's Feige, but I'm not positive.
We're going Feige. He did say it's coming.
He did say it was coming?
Yeah,
okay.
more... Yeah, it's coming.
All right, well, we'll get into that later.
But
we're reviewing
now.
now.
But like I said, he's at Doctor Strange they mentioned about. Michael Korvick, who's the Destroyer, who the Kree mess with.
Yeah, that was a character I wasn't too familiar with, so that's a egg that got past me, I think.
But I mean, like I said, the Easter eggs were the best. Some of those fun
they
things.
weren't the best part.
No, they weren't the best part. The fight scenes I thought were great.
Fight scenes were great. They all did a great job acting.
I thought Sam Wilson and Captain America did a great job with the relationship.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they didn't make Falcon so goofy.
Yeah.
Like you think, okay, it's a guy who has, originally in the comic, a guy with feathered wings, but not like mutant, like, Angel or something, but they still made him, they made him believable. It was. I thought Falcon. They did a perfect job with making Falcon into this universe.
I did like how they said, "Well, where are the wings at?" And he goes, "Oh, it's in this military base, heavily guarded." Okay, we'll get it. They don't even show them invading the military base.
You just assume that they can do it.
They just do it.
Yeah. Well, I know we watched the movie together, and I know you had to step out to use the bathroom at one point, and you missed Stan Lee's cameo.
Again, did not miss it. Just didn't see it.
But it was when Captain America went to get his original uniform out of the Smithsonian, and Stan Lee was playing the Smithsonian guard, who realized he's probably going to get fired because Captain America's uniform got stolen under his watch. But again, they didn't actually show Captain going in and stealing. He's just like, oh, we're going to need a uniform. He goes, I know where to get one. And the next thing, Stanley's like, uh-oh, I'm going to be fired.
Well, the little fun fact, when Winter Soldier gets his mind wiped, did you know who one of the scientists was?
I didn't catch this.
Ed Brubaker.
Oh, the writer was playing. It was the actor.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see that. I saw it, but I didn't.
I didn't realize it either until when I went and checked it out. So there you go.
Oh, that's great. I love when they do things like that, though. They give the creative forces little nods. Give them a job to do in the movies because they deserve it.
But like I said, Black Widow, I'm starting to care about a lot more.
I can't believe you didn't care about Black Widow before.
And I have to admit, Scarlett Johansson, she is really cute.
Yeah. I mean, how you didn't even realize that? I mean, even if before any of these Marvel things you didn't know that, you should have known it from Iron Man 2. And if you didn't know it from Iron Man 2, how you didn't know it from Avengers? I mean, when she was full dressed out in the Black Widow uniform in Avengers. Oh.
But yeah, for top to bottom, I thought it was... I love the first Captain America. I like that it was kind of corny, but like it's nostalgic. Yeah. You know, you have to do this one. I thought blew it away.
This is one where the origin isn't bogging it down.
Correct.
And I don't want to say like the first movie was bogged down by the origin, but it had to be an origin story. They had to put it in the 40s when they did. Correct. And I thought they did an excellent job of that in the first movie. But now it's this day's Captain America and how that's
it's going. More Bourne trilogy movie type, the Jason Bourne trilogy.
Yeah.
Not that it's the same thing, but you know he's out of time. You know he doesn't know where he's at. He's on the run. He's fish out of water. He's on the run. Pretty much his only friends are Black Widow and Sam Wilson.
Falcon and Widow are his only friends.
It's kind of like a cross-country road trip between his Black Widow and Captain America.
All right. We talked about everything that was good. Mm-hmm. Was there anything you didn't like about the movie?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough. Like Thor 2, I can nitpick on it. I thought Thor 2, I love Thor 2.
Yes.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah. You get very nitpicky on Iron Man 3.
I liked it, but there was a lot you could pick out.
Yeah, if you're getting nitpicky, you can find a lot of things. But overall, I liked Iron Man 3.
I did too, but it wasn't as good. I mean, I feel like Thor 2 got better than, Iron Man 3. Captain America 2 has gotten better than Thor 2. I don't know if there really is anything that I really didn't like. I thought, again, Falcon and Captain America and Black Widow, they all worked well.
Great team. And that's what I love. Teamwork within even a solo adventure.
The only thing that I had issue with was the Nick Fury faking his death.
Yeah.
Because you did it with Agent Coulson. Different version, I know. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
He didn't fake his death.
Correct.
But, yeah.
I thought it would have been balls to the wall if they actually just killed him off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like everyone knew he wasn't going to be dead.
You know what? For a second, I thought he would be.
Okay, I'm like, that's gutsy to kill him. I'm like, yeah, he's going to be back.
Well, when he supposedly died on the operating table, I actually was going through my mind going, okay, how many films has he been in? He signed a 9-picture deal. So I started counting.
Oh, he might have been in 9. Well, if you count like
well, that's the thing. It does the cameos count.
There's the cameo at the scene at the end of the first Iron Man where he has a 2-minute scene.
Yeah.
That I don't think counts, but maybe it does according to him. I don't know.
That's the only thing that I had an issue with was that scene. Yeah. Everything else, I seriously loved it, straight top to bottom. It might be my favorite Marvel movie, up there with Avengers.
I think I'm still putting Avengers ahead of it. Maybe I'll have to give it another viewing or two to see. But and the problem I have with it is the problem I have with pretty much any action movie is so many bullets flying and missing targets.
Yes.
I mean, you'd think a bullet would accidentally hit somebody. And Lord, what was the body count of this movie? I mean, just the people who, I mean, you don't even assume the people that died maybe off screen, but just like as they're driving down the highway, shooting up everything. I'm like, while they're killing like every passerby or standby.
How many did Nick Fury kill just trying to get away from the bad guys in the chase scene?
Well, they deserve to die, but yeah, he killed a lot.
I'm talking the bystanders though. He kept ramming people.
I don't think he necessarily killed them, but when they were shooting at him and hit everybody they drove by instead of him, when they drove past the bus chasing Nick Fury, and they just had their machine guns going across the bus, I'm like, that's got to be people dead.
That's at least 20.
Yeah, I mean, casualties are going up the wazoo here.
I did think like when the helicarriers were falling at the end, I thought, what about the general contractors that are on the thing? To quote Kevin Smith.
Now they were built. No contractors there.
What about the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that were good, that were stuck on it?
Yeah, they kind of told him to get off before they... Yeah, they said if, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents had a chance. Cap gave them the opportunity to get away if they could. But yeah, as Cap said, I'm willing to give my life for freedom. I hope other people are, but if not, I'm here.
And I like Falcon after that. Did you write that down beforehand? Or was that just straight off the cuff? Yeah, I mean, and I'll tell you one thing. Anthony Mackie nailed that role.
He was brilliant. I don't know him from anything else, but man, because of that role, I'll be willing to watch him in almost anything.
Yeah.
He was Sam Wilson. He was Falcon perfectly.
I did think it was funny, like when they're shooting at Captain America, all the bad guys, he covers with his shield, and I keep thinking, can't you just shoot his foot?
Yeah.
His foot is not protected.
The shield isn't covering his entire body. Come on. We know the shield's vibranium. You're not going to get bullets through that. How about if you just get it around it? I don't know. Get shrapnel or kick up some pavement rock up into his abdomen. I don't care.
And I will say that it directly leads into Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. They laid the groundwork for the AI,
Oh, yeah.
Everything from Nick Fury's office being completely automated to straight on down. I mean, everything was automated. They're looking into the future. The weapons on the helicarrier can pick out future terrorist. What was it? The Zola.
The
allogram.
Algorithm.
Algorithm. Sorry,
there we go.
Allogram.
The Zola algorithm. Yeah.
So there's your Ultron. Have a good day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's setting up Age of Ultron nicely, but I mean it works in and of itself. I thought it was just.
It's up there.
I'm having a hard time not gushing over it, and I don't want to be that guy.
Correct.
But I'm being that guy.
It's after thinking about it for a while, since it's been a while to see it, I say it's up there with Avengers, and I think Avengers might top it just because it was more fun.
Yeah.
Because seeing all the superheroes together.
Yeah, I mean,
when Hawkeye's shooting and he just turns the little arrow.
Well, being a big fan of
Correct.
Hawkeye, he might be my favorite Avenger, and most people can't believe that. But when they're showing him, and they actually updated his character when his
arrows,
his quiver was automated, and he would hit a button to get the right arrow tip on it. I thought that was genius way to make his character.
But he doesn't have the boxing glove arrow. Oh, that was Green Arrow. That was Green Arrow. My bad.
I think Hawkeye probably used that before. I know he uses a lot of glue arrows.
Yes.
I mean, that stuff gets a little ridiculous.
I like I said, I think it might be up there with Avengers. I gotta take a look at it again. But yeah, it's definitely one of my top two right now.
Yeah, it's in the same universe, the same flow, and and I think it feels more closer to Avengers than even Iron Man 3 or Thor 2.
Yeah. Now, I'll save this for News of the Geek, but you want to wrap up the review here?
All right, let's wrap up the review.
Go see it. A.
I'm going to give it 13 forks.
13 forks. I like that.
Forks.
Out of what?
Oh, it's a 14 fork scale.
Oh, that's right. That's right. 14 forks. You got to give it 13. Well, it's better than, two ugly Megan Fox thumbs up.
Oh, yes.
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give it an A. It might be an A+. I have to see it again.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't give it 14 forks because it's almost impossible to give something a perfect score, especially when you're on a 14-point scale. But it's probably equivalent to an A.
And just to give
forks.
it, Thor 2, I love Thor 2. I still gave that a B, a solid B. It was a good movie, maybe a B+.
I'd probably lean towards B to B- for Thor 2. And I know I liked the first movie better than the second, which is opposite of you.
Mm-hmm. So it's not like we gush over every of these just because they're superhero films, so don't think that. It's just Captain America 2. And like I tweeted, Amazing Spider-Man, good luck trying to top that.
Oh, it won't.
No,
I mean, I'll enjoy Amazing Spider-Man, and that's the thing is, something that bothers the hell out of me when reviewers give a movie a C, and they think it's a harsh review.
That's just average.
Yeah, I'm like, C is an average. And I just remember, I think it's Owen Gleiberman in Entertainment Weekly does it a lot. I'm reading a review, and he's ripping the movie up and down. I mean, it's like 3 new assholes for this movie, and then he gives it a C. I'm like, that's a D- at best, according to what I just read. How are you giving that a C? So, an average movie to me gets a C. So, an above average will get a B, an excellent movie will get an A. So that's how my scale, well, or I'll throw out forks.
So there you go. That's the review for Captain America.
Yeah, you know what that music means.
Listener feedback. Or I thought Ben Stiller was going to be posing.
Oh, no. No Zoolander here. This is our Captain America Marvel episode.
Not much listener feedback, but we'll do it. Doug, number one fan, wants to know what Quicksilver looks like.
Or looks
better. Sorry, when he looks better.
Yeah, since Quicksilver is being split into two.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
And going to be in
Avengers
the new
2.
Avengers 2. Making an appearance, brief appearance at the end of the credits in the Captain America.
Yes.
Well, I think by default, he looks better in the Avenger movie.
Yes. He could wear a box, and it would look better than what he's looked like so far on X-Men.
And I mean, I know X-Men is doing a bunch of time travel. They're hitting the future, so it's tough to judge, futuristic trends in clothing. But it just didn't look right. Definitely didn't look like Quicksilver to me. If I saw that picture and they said, what X-Men related superhero is that, I wouldn't have picked Quicksilver.
Correct. And looking at the pictures online the past couple weeks, they've shown Scarlet Witch as well in Age of Ultron. They actually showed her, and she looks pretty badass. Yeah. Both of them look great in Avengers.
I have to get online. I haven't actually seen the pictures of them in. I've seen the artist rendition, and I'm like, that's an artist rendition. That's like drawing it in the comic book.
Correct.
Just, slightly better than an average episode of a comic book, but I mean, not as good as like an Alex Ross drawing.
So there you go, Doug. That's a listener feedback. We had to riddle me this, but I'll tell you one thing. Paul, drop the ball here.
Yeah.
Oh, you're killing me. Batman and Robin, played by George Wendt and James Spader. Well,
yeah. You give us 2 and 2. It's really, obviously.
Give us a bigger team.
Yeah, George Wendt can't be the boy wonder.
Well, he could. It would just be kind of odd. He could just roll him. So we're going George Wendt as Batman, James Spader as Robin.
There you go. Thanks, Paul.
Hey, at least it was one.
Hey, at least he sent. Come on, send us in.
Riddle me this.
Yeah, riddle me better than that. So,
so there you go. That was it.
All right. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Okay. Marvel theme this week for the News of the Geek. Big thing, Michael C. Hall from Dexter fame is in the running to be Daredevil in the Netflix series. I think that's a great move.
I think that would be excellent. Well, we know where he has to stand on the people who prefer Daredevil ledge.
I liked the original Daredevil.
Yeah, okay. But I think Michael C. Hall might have the gravitas to pull off a Daredevil, and that's one of the problems. Daredevil wasn't as brooding of a character as they tried to make him to begin with. And I know Michael C. Hall can pull off brooding, but he can also pull off a little lighthearted with
black humor.
Yes.
And, yeah. I will say at the end of Captain America 2, with Nick Fury going off, doing his own thing, I think he's going to be the Secret Avengers or Secret Defender or whatever.
Secret Defenders. You think he's going to be tied in with?
I think he's with Netflix. I think he's going to be running the Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones. I think he's going to be linked to them somehow because he said he wanted to get back to that. He didn't want to
get off the grid.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. I think I think that's a nice way to incorporate that show into the Marvel universe by having Nick Fury. Yeah. He doesn't have to be in every episode, but just help.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just we were talking about the ending of Nick Fury and how people think he's dead, and I just remembered the gravestone where his epitaph on the gravestone was what was it?
Path of the Righteous Man.
The Path of the Righteous Man. And I honestly don't know what was said for the next minute because I was laughing so hard at that.
Yes, you were.
You probably don't. I was probably laughing too loud that you missed a couple of lines in there. But I couldn't. I just saw Path of the Righteous Man on a Samuel L. Jackson character who, I'm still chuckling to myself over that.
Chuckle. Next, Sebastian Stan this isn't really news, but
Well, yeah.
he said he'll be up for taking over Captain America and possibly the Civil War storyline.
Ooh.
Well, I think it's getting there.
Well, I know Sebastian Stan will take over because he signed apparently a 9-picture deal, where Chris Evans signed a 6-picture deal. 4 of them already up, so there's going to be
3 are up.
Well, 3 are up, and then the Avengers: Age of Ultron will come
Yes.
out. So then Captain America 3 and Avengers 3 will probably be his last. And then Sebastian Stan's got he's got 2 pictures on it, so he's got 7 more pictures to do. So
And I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it too.
And I think it would. The problem is here. Okay, so Civil War is eventually coming. Mm-hmm. They're going to have to do it. You have Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark and Chris Evans playing Captain America. Their roles their contracts are up after Avengers 3.
Yeah.
I think they kind of are in trouble. Now, I could be completely wrong, but just look at it. They were planning for Thanos as this big bad guy.
I think that's what they're looking for Avengers 3, isn't it?
You think? But then when's the Civil War storyline?
I think they'll do that afterwards, honestly.
Really? But my question is, though, you have to have, Chris Evans as Captain America, I think.
You
You have to have him get killed. You have to have him get killed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Crossbones killed Captain America.
I just don't know how they're going to place everything in the next couple movies between now and Avengers 3. Obviously, I have faith in them because they've done great, but...
You think Avengers 3 will be the Civil War, or do you think maybe that's going to be Captain America 3?
Ooh, I never thought about that.
Because I haven't heard anything about the plot of Captain America 3.
They did say I did see one rumor was that it was about the Captain America that replaced him in the 1950s when he was dead, when Steve Rogers was dead.
Oh, wow.
He comes back. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, we don't need to go backwards.
No. But I don't know what else you could do. I mean, the thing is, though, you could put Thanos into Guardians of the Galaxy more, have him be the big bad guy.
That might be maybe obviously he's not going to be the big bad in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe they plan on doing the Thanos story in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or something.
But Marvel has said that they've always pictured Thanos as the big bad guy at the end of a video game. So
and that's the problem is I'm looking at these movies and I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. But I'm just never a fan of Thanos.
I'm not either. And
I mean, I know the whole Infinity Gauntlet is where this is all going.
Sure.
And I'm not sure I even cared for that storyline that much.
I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just not a huge fan
I mean,
of it.
it's obviously one that crossed throughout the entire universe, and it's the bad guy, certainly of the Avengers, but of most people in Marvel. But, yeah, Thanos was never a big draw for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then, basically, Kevin... Shoot.
Feige.
Thank you. I'm just going to do that from now on, Kevin, and then you just ride Jojo with the next one.
Yeah, if that's how it's said, I'm not sure. But hey, if he wants to come on and correct us,
come to the Bob Studio.
Yes, come on in.
But he said, they said everything's planned out to 2028. 14 years.
Yeah, 14 years worth of stuff is already pre-planned, and they're looking at 2 to 4 movies a year.
Yeah, and I mean, you figure, you got the Guardians of the Galaxy sequels. You got Captain America 3.
Yeah.
Avengers 2 and 3. Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, okay.
Let's see what else.
They'll do a Stephen Strange, Doctor
Strange. Black Panther.
Yeah.
Which would be great.
Yeah, I would love to see him get a Black Panther in there.
I would love to see Tony Stark interact with Black Panther.
They'll have to do a prequel with Black Widow.
Yeah, and hopefully throw Hawkeye in there.
Yeah, because obviously, she's got all this red in her ledger, so we would
let's see the red.
Yeah, let's see where that comes from.
I'm trying to think what else you got. Possibly Ms. Marvel, which...
Yeah. I don't know if Ms. Marvel can hold her own book, or her own movie. I mean, she would be great as a team member, but I'm not sure how her own be. But then again, with obviously it looks like Kree is going to be entering the storyline somehow. Through S.H.I.E.L.D. or something. We think Kree is coming.
Kree or the Skrulls, one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, with Kree, obviously she gets her power from Kree.
And if you do Secret Invasion, not on the big movie scale, but if you did it on S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you could do it very well, and it could be different from the comic book that, S.H.I.E.L.D. is trying to figure out who is the Skrull, who isn't, and they can't get the superheroes involved because then it'll blow up into a major thing, and you can't trust anybody.
And you don't trust which superhero you're getting.
Correct.
So
and then the world
would
would panic.
Or maybe they might do a Netflix series of that.
Correct.
So yeah.
I mean,
God, their plate is full, and I love it.
yeah. I mean, I just want Black Panther. That's my main one.
That's your main one?
I seriously, of all of them out there, I'll take a Black Panther.
No. Personally, I want to see more Hawkeye.
I like to see Hawkeye too.
Especially the Hawkeye Black Widow interaction. I need to see that.
And like, Kevin Feige, dang it.
Feige,
thank you.
Feige, something like that.
5-foot thumb. He said that they're going to just replace the actors when they're done. And it's going to be like James Bond, which is the best thing, and you don't need to do an Amazing Spider-Man crappy reboot after 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, no one needed to. You could have just got Andrew Garfield to play Spider-Man and just continued on. We didn't necessarily need a reboot. Although the movie was better than I thought it was going to be, The Amazing Spider-Man. I had low expectations, so it was better than what I was expecting. And I honestly like the direction they're going, but I didn't think you needed a complete reboot to do that.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I was not a big fan of The Amazing Spider-Man. It was better than having Kirsten Dunst back.
Yeah, you keep saying that. I like her. I don't know why you don't like her.
Because who's the female in it? In the new one?
Emma Stone?
Emma Stone.
Oh, well, Emma Stone. Yeah, I'll take Emma Stone over
Easy
Kirsten
A
Dunst.
was on last night.
Oh, love that movie.
Yes.
You're adopted? Who told you?
That was what my part was. Who told you? But yeah, so like I said, it'll be interesting to see what the Marvel does. But like I said, future looks so bright, you got to wear shades.
All right.
Thank you, Christian Slater.
All right, that music means it's time for what type of news?
No, it's a special report. No Chris Pratt news.
No Chris Pratt news.
Chris Evans news.
Hey, we at least got Marvel Chris.
That's
All
right.
Well, so what type of news do we have for Chris Evans?
Well, it's just Chris Evans 1 week only in honor of Captain America.
This is our Captain America special, so it's Chris Evans for just a week. We'll be back to you, Chris Pratt, next week.
We still love you, Chris Pratt. Despite being one of the few people to play two superheroes in movies, Human Torch, Fantastic Four, and Captain America, Chris Evans has not gotten every role he's gone after. To quote him, he said, "I really wanted to be a part of Milk, but I lost out to James Franco." How did he lose out to James Franco?
I haven't seen Milk, so I can't say what James Franco did with that.
How does anyone lose out to James Franco?
Because the people who make a movie watch Freaks and Geeks and remember James Franco fondly.
Okay. He also admits, I guess if you've got to lose, he's the guy to lose to. No, Chris, no.
I think you're dogging James Franco a little too much.
I like James Franco, just not his acting too much. Evans also read for a lead part in Elizabethtown. But he lost out to Orlando Bloom. Jesus, man.
Well, honestly, I liked Elizabethtown. I know a lot of people didn't like it, especially a Cameron Crowe movie. I heard a lot of people dogging it. But I enjoyed Elizabethtown.
It's not even that. He lost out to Orlando Bloom.
Yeah. But I think Orlando Bloom actually did. I'm actually having a hard time picturing Chris Evans in Elizabethtown. But then again, Elizabethtown stars one of your favorite actresses of all time, doesn't it?
Who's that?
Isn't it Kirsten Dunst?
Oh, yeah.
So you probably don't want him in Elizabethtown.
Snaggletooth. Anyways, I may not be perfect, but Snaggletooth. Anyways, so this is going to end our mini episode this week. Special Captain America / Marvel one.
Hey, when Captain America throws that mighty shield,
let those beware.
All those who oppose his shield must yield. Come on, Jay. You must yield.
I'm going to the lack of sleep from an infant. Can I throw that one out still?
Sure. Okay.
Just use it as a crutch. Call me Tiny Tim.
All right.
Next week, we'll be back to our regular format. It's just like I said, we may be doing this a couple times this summer, especially Spider-Man coming out.
Spider-Man,
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
X-Men Days of Future
In August,
Past.
you know this is going to happen. X-Men, Spider-Man. Is there any DC coming out we're going to do this year?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, no. So is there any DC coming out? Yeah, no DC. Come on, DC, pick it up.
Not coming out till 2016 with Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, so, we're in the Marvel boat for the next 2 years.
I hope you enjoy it. Last thing, bad idea.
Oh, superhero bad idea.
Number 103, fighting a super soldier.
Yeah, he's taken, the drugs to become a better fighter than you. Not a good idea to pick a fight with him.
Look at you, the leaper.
Hey, the leaper actually has his own special leaping abilities. He actually put up a good fight.
Parkour hardcore.
Parkour!
So, there you go. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.